Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Kog'Maw in the jungle. Hopefully we get a leash here. Kog'Maw jungle is similar to Karthus jungle, where you want exhaust so you don't get solo killed in your jungle. With exhaust, you can shred pretty much anyone down with your double and lethal tempo. Speaking of best runes possible, we have lethal tempo, triumph, alacrity, coup de grace, free boots, cosmic with attack speed 80 and armor. Olaf's a little out of position here. I don't think we can get to him very well though, so I'll go ahead and reset. He was almost pinched there. If Mord had CC, we'd be able to kill him. Looks like Nami died already. I'm on my way for the red buff leash. So Kog'Maw jungle, definitely off meta. Sure, there's easier and more consistent champions, such as Teemo or Kindred jungle or Graves jungle. However, the Kog'Maw scaling, I would say, isn't matched very easily. With that being said, these enemies are getting an outrageous start. Nice. All right, so we're actually gonna have to start leash list. You want the green one because it makes you tanky and gives you tenacity. And the tenacity rune's been nerfed recently, which has made the green one that much better. Auto straight into W. Try to kite him out a little bit. If you don't kite out at all, you'll take basically 30-40% more damage. Probably just smite it for the level 2 here. Not getting a leash feels weird, not gonna lie. If you're against melee monsters, you'd want to get your E level 2 for better kiting. Gromp has ranged autos anyways though, so having Q is kind of better than E. Because Q shreds more, it does more damage, and takes off some armor magic resist on plus. It also gives attack speed, so. I think I just lost my red buff is what it is. Wolf's trying to reset when I'm well within inside the boundaries. Very cool, love to see it. Auto attack Q, W. I'm thinking we just reset here, honestly. Thing is, if we don't, we're just going to end up dying. Not getting red buff start feels so bad. First item rush, it's Bork or Rageblade. Rageblade is really cheap, so I'm actually feeling the Rageblade rush instead. I don't want to buy another potion, so we're chilling for now. Generally, you can do red buff into blue Gromp, use potion, and have close to full health. But in this case, since we did leashless and started blue, we're pretty low. Red buff gives you a lot of healing plus damage against your camps. Blue buff is only mana, which you don't need, and some slightly lower cooldowns. We're going to max W first, Q second, E last. We have the exhaust for this gank here. Cassante Nami bot, that's a lot of CC. They're scaring them away right when I come into gank. I wish they would have just chilled. Get our E on this guy. And a W. Nami really should have put that on me there. She put her slow on herself, I think. My gank was mainly wasted there. I'll soak a little bit of golden XP out of it, I guess. Alright, waves crashed. We can go back to farming. The main thing is not dying, so even though Lee Sin took our red, he took that 20% slower than his own camps, because that's how jungling works these days. They want to disincentive people farming your camps, especially early on. If you only have 1 or 2 abilities, you're going to be farming really slow. Hit it with an auto Q and 2E. We kite it all the way out. And since we had smite, it wasn't really able to hit us too much there. Once our green jungle item's finished, we'll farm full HP all the time. The hardest part of your clear is the start, especially if you don't get leash. Trying to pull this over as much as I can. Trying to smite, it's not really letting me there. He didn't quite get the knockup. This is bad. Alright, not too bad actually. Lee Sin lost more health than I did. He hasn't reset either. We're pretty much tied up in CS, so we're in an okay spot. Lee Sin's gonna be bot side. Ashe gets a double. We'll go ahead and get wolves into Gromp here. Need as many camps as we can get. Finish our jungle item as soon as possible. Man, I'm getting stuck up on these. Nice, got it. Then hit it with EW. I'll use potion after we kill this camp. It heals you more the lower on health you are whenever you kill the large monster in any given camp, so whether it's big raptor, big wolf, Gromp, blue buff, etc. Kill that, get on potion. I don't have exhaust for this gank. It should still be doable even with our low HP. Oh, this Scuttle's still up sick. Auto QW. I don't think Lee Sin will be over here. He path bot and he has to reset anyways. Got most of our health back off that. My W should be up here in a moment. As long as he doesn't react to me being here. Which he didn't really. He doesn't have boots. And he's dead. Nice, nice, nice. Coup de grace. Finish that off. Can E down to auto attack Q. I have no clue how Moore did that little there. That was like honestly impressive just how little he was able to do. Oh man, oh well. Whew, he didn't do anything. He didn't have a single ability for the Lee Sin. He didn't have an ability for the Olaf. What in the world? So we are going for Rage Blade first because it's cheapest. Can't really afford that much here. But we are going to get our red buff. A somewhat rough start in the early game, I'd say. Lee Sin has way less CS, but he hit level 6 minute mark. With the jungler's crazy. That means he's soaked a lot of minion XP. He shared a substantial amount with his laners, is what that means. Hit with the QE, straight into W, kite it out on the full trail. Very nice. The W cooldown actually gets pretty low. I don't really want to waste smite on this because it's almost dead. Instead, I'll use it on this camp after I kite it out a bit. I don't want the big one to hit me too much. Nice, nice, and nice. I don't know if this is warded. Doesn't seem to be. We could gank. We're not level 8 yet. It's not a huge deal, though. A lot of times junglers aren't level 8 till... I mean, level 6 until the 8-minute mark. Alright, here we go. As long as my bot lane reacts, and ideally Nami puts the slow on me. Nice, she got it on me there. You should die from that, yep. I'm on my lethal tempo full stack there, so I get a little bit of extra auto attack range, I think. Is that only for melees? Okay, yeah, I get a little bit of extra auto attack range. Kog'Maw only has 500 base range. That is brutal. I need to soak as much of this XP as I can. Since I'm really low on HP, I can't really stay. If I push back into my jungle with low HP when the enemies see me on the map, Lee Sin's gonna kill us. So I kind of have to back. Getting really close to my full Rage Blade. Would have been nice if we could afford that outright. But we can't. Go ahead and buy another dagger. Kog'Maw is all about attack speed for his W, max health, damage. Q shreds armor and magic resist as well, so a lot of that damage is very sticky. It looks like he did not steal our blue buff because it's nearly completely faded. I believe that's probably his own. His red buff hasn't come up yet. We're 2 kills, he's 2 kills. Oh, that was my blue. Dang, he took that a while ago. The E-slow could be better. I do think it gets higher per level. Yeah, it gets all the way up to 52%. It starts out at 20%, which the monsters seemingly are almost unaffected by. It's kind of funny. It barely affects them. Kite it all the way back. You don't want to use your R typically too early because it's a skill shot. You're missing auto attacks. You have to stand still to cast it, and it's an execute. If the enemies are below 40% health, it does substantially more damage. Your R stacks costing more mana if you use it within quick succession. So right now we're at 3 and it's taking 160 per cast. So right now we wouldn't want to really use any more. That would be a waste. Trying to kite back in. These are seemingly trying to reset on me. Very nice. Level 7. We're getting close to finishing jungle item as well. With an EWQ. He's getting absolutely wrecked. Dragon's going to do some damage to him here. I can't catch up to him. Rise is full health as well. Could potentially take Dragon there. Lee Sin didn't seemingly stay. Auto W. Got chunked there pretty hard. I don't have boots though. Also don't have Rage Blade yet, so missing out on a big chunk of damage. Might be able to kill Varus, especially if he's silly enough to waste his flash. Oh, I would have loved to have that. I don't want to take any of these last hits. Just want to get him low. He's kind of missing last hits. He's missing a decent amount. Not sure the Lee Sin's going there. Go ahead and reset. I have exhaust. I think I could solo him from this position. I'm sitting on Rage Blade though, so reset here is fine. Against their team, oh man, it's a tough call. I'm thinking plated though. Lee Sin's R, I swear, right buffs it every single year. They give it more and more base damage. If you look at R base damages, his is one of the highest physical damage like in the game, the Lee Sin R, which is crazy because it's point and click, 0 skill required. Plated will help with that. Also the Ashe Varus. Their only AP is really the Rise, truly. We go for the Olaf. Oh, he didn't ward. He's in trouble. He just wasted his axe as well. Drop the RQ. Down he goes. Very nice. Let's go ahead and unmute them. I want to see what they have to say when they die to Kog'Maw ganks. I mean, the ganks aren't bad. If you come up behind them, you have a lot of space to auto. And Kog'Maw's main issue is his early clear, especially if he doesn't get a leash. And if you don't have exhaust, pretty much any jungler can come and solo you in your jungle. But if you do have exhaust, as long as you have high HP, you can really solo anyone in the same way a Karthus with exhaust in the jungle can solo anyone. He holds them still so you can shred them down. And so yeah, for our build, I'm thinking Rage Blade into Bork. At that point, we can go for a Titanic or a Shield Bow. We could honestly push Shield Bow from this position. We don't have to go for Bork. I think this, if we need the survivability, realistically, Shield Bow would be better next up. I'm draining all my mana here. Unfortunately, your W per level doesn't get on a lower cooldown. It's very sad. If it did, man, that'd be perfect. Because it lasts for 8 seconds. And right now it's about a 15-second cooldown. So if we can get it down to 8 seconds, it essentially wouldn't even have a cooldown. I think we should do Dragon. Jarvan's actually getting fed into Rise. You wouldn't really expect that. These guys are scared. They're really scared. Oh, there's Lee Sin. He's gonna have to flash out or something. Yeah, he's dead. He just got shredded. Nami with the buff on me. God, Varus with my R. It's not doing that much damage though because I'm not AP. I'm mostly just on hit right now. I have more CS than Lee Sin. He's been over ganking. He actually gets away. Shoot. Nice. Should be Dragon. His Gromp's down. Might as well check that real quick. Dragon it is. I have a decent front line with Cassante Mord. They had no idea it was Cog Jungle. They probably thought it was Cog Mid, Jarvan Jungle. Because Cog Jungle makes the least sense on our team. By a mile. Oh man, I messed up my... Oh well. Not the best smite you've ever seen. R on the Ashe, completely whiffed. Nami put the slow on me. Oh, wait, what? I didn't even see that. What? I didn't even see that land on me. Where did Lee Sin even come from? I didn't even see his Q hit me. That was so weird. All of a sudden, he just flew at me from super far away where I couldn't even see him. Must have hit me while the turret was blasting me as well. Getting very close to finishing jungle item. And then we'll constantly be walking around everywhere. Full HP, maximum raid boss mode. That's the goal. The only downside to going Rage Blade first is you do lack some of the healing. But the truth is, Bork gives you barely any self-healing because it's life still. And Kog'Maw does mostly magic damage and ability damage over auto attack physical damage that life still would be applicable to. To where whenever you rush Bork, you still feel really squishy and like you can die to everything all the time. So instead, Rage Blade, since it's only 2,600 gold in comparison, that's 700 gold cheaper. Go ahead and get plated now into, I'd say shield bow. As much as I want Bork, shield bow will keep us alive, and I can shred their team. They don't have any tools to survive like a Tarek R or a bunch of Zanyas or anything like that. The damage we have will absolutely melt them. Only need one more jungle camp for my finished jungle item here. Let's see if it's up over here. And it is. Cool. Don't mind if I do. There we go. Now we basically don't even take damage from monsters anymore. Kazante going in deep. I did not kill Varus. My R in fact missed. It was Kazante that got him. Kazante it's hurt. Nice, nice, nice. These guys are getting absolutely rolled now. Lee Sin's falling too far behind and they quit. They actually gave up. No way. All in all, Kog'Maw jungle is fun, but definitely not worth doing over other off-meta junglers such as Vayne or Kalista. I personally don't plan on revisiting Kog'Maw jungle unless his items or he himself gets a substantial buff, because as is, it's just too painful. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.